Great week, holy brothers and sisters, and welcome to this new month of Nissan. Today was March 17th, the first of Nissan, and we are in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, and this lesson will be called Proper Portions. Three emerge from one. Zohar 1:32b. The true tzaddik whose knowledge is in a state of perfection is identified with Moshe. This tzaddik, the righteous one, embodies the three patriarchs, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Thus, he elicits the three types of influx of bounty, namely food, drink, and clothing, that parallel the manna, the well, and the clouds of glory, which served these same three functions when the Jewish people were in the desert. After they left Egypt, like on the holiday of Pesach, Passover, which we're about to do, we know that the Jewish people did not have any provisions. The food fell from heaven, called manna, which was very spiritual. The water they received from a well or a rock. And the third was that they were protected from all the elements by amazing clouds of glory, which also we have the holiday of Sukkot for when we go out of our homes and recognize that God is the one protecting us always and not any other type of physical security. The tzaddik is constantly fighting God's war as he fights against the evil force of Haman, Amalek, which is the source of all improper physical relationships. We know that Haman and Amalek signify distance from God and doubt in the world. The tzaddik subdues this force, as well as all of the enemies that pursue the weakest members of the Jewish people. He fortifies these people and brings them into the service of God, and he draws them to proper physical purity. As a result of all this, the tzaddik merits a double influx, that is, a double portion on Shabbos. This double portion is manifest as a double portion of Torah, whereby the tzaddik merits it on Shabbos to originate new Torah teachings at twice the level that he would otherwise. Furthermore, he merits physical and spiritual healing. Through this, the world is aroused to repentance motivated by love. All of the generation's devout individuals are then cured of the suffering that they endured previously, and they become respected in people's eyes. Every one of them, according to his own level of devoutness, receives comeliness and beauty and rises in people's estimation. And according to the prominence and respect that each one of them receives, commensurate with his devoutness, so is he able to receive new Torah teachings, that is, from the hidden Torah that the tzaddik gives over on Shabbos. A person retains his knowledge, through which the three types of influx of bounty are elicited, in three essential ways. First, he needs to teach his wisdom to other people and to bring them under the wings of the divine presence. And since we are learning together, we're helping to fulfill that. So make sure, please, not only to receive the teachings, but also to share these with your friends. Second, his fear of sin must take precedence over his wisdom. Third, he must be careful to reveal his wisdom in such a way that it will not be scorned. Rather, his words should be in the aspect of the sage's words find favor, from Koheles 10:12. Then, through his knowledge, he merits to attain all these things discussed above. The wise man who delivers a double portion, in other words, a double portion of Torah as well as everything else, does so through Shabbos. For Shabbos sheds its bounty and shines its illumination to all levels, and it heals both physicality and spirituality. By subduing the impure force of Amalek, which is identified with improper physical relationships, and by attaining proper physical purity, a person thereby merits the Shabbos. Then Shabbos sheds its bounty to all other spiritual worlds. Through the illumination radiated by Shabbos, the world is aroused to repentance, motivated by love, and to all of the above. When the people of the generation do not guard their mouths, they become incapable of receiving Shabbos in the way just described. This is because Shabbos is dependent on guarding one's speech, as it is written, or speak of mundane matters, from Isaiah 58:13. Then the illumination of repentance is spoiled for them, and consequently, when prominence and honor come to the generation's devout individuals, these devout individuals stumble into pride, which is tantamount to the exile of the divine presence. Therefore, the devout of the generation must reflect carefully upon the honor and prominence that comes to them, so that they will not stumble into pride or haughtiness, God forbid. Thank you so much for learning together. And as we learn today, make sure to share these teachings with others so we can help bring the ultimate redemption and raise everybody's level and closeness to God. Thank you so much. And God willing, we'll learn again tomorrow.